with a little one. Maybe about a 13-incher or so. Just from under that dock there. For now, so I can land this fish without getting pulled into the dock. Nice color. Spent the whole morning in the south part of the lake, knowing full well that the water would be warmer up in the north end, and if they were negative in the south end, they seem to be up shallow here on the north. The water warms up quicker. So this is the male. He was with a nicer female. Still pretty cold, but that's a good fish. Certainly better than I'd been doing for the rest of the day. On a live target perch, just cast it near the dock, twitched it back, and smoked it. Good, healthy little male. He's not worked out at all. All the fins still intact. He's hardly started making his bed, I'm sure. Down he goes. Just casting off this point right here. I just hooked up with a good one, I think. It's active anyway. Just hooked up, casting the big live target perch. And it seems like it's a good fish. I haven't seen it yet though. Oh yeah, that's a chunk. Probably around 4 pounds. He's obviously been up shallow. He's got some nice color. Very, very fat. Woo! Slow fishing today. Long time between bites, but some good quality fish too. 6 feet casting up off the point, and just suddenly stopped. Still 9-degree water, but up here on the north end of the lake, on occasion it flashes to 10 degrees. Ooh, not hooked super well. Nice. Oh, that's a heavy fish. No, that's definitely more than... It's not very long, but boy, it's fat. Oh, let's get a weight on it. The length isn't all that impressive, but boy, it's ready to spawn, this girl. She's ready to spawn. Yep, 5 pounds. Roughly, obviously. I mean, this isn't the best scale in the world, but I don't think anyone would dispute me saying that this chunk is 5 pounds. I mean, look at the belly on this fish. Yeah. Woo-wee. Let's check. It's still recording. Right off this point here. That's a monster of a bass. Still in good shape, so obviously pre-spawn. Very, very healthy fish. Very fat. No heat marks on it, so it's very good at getting away from the heat. Alright. Away you go. Bedding bass. This one's too big for bedding, is it? Got it off that bed. Looks like a bed anyway. It's a good one. Again with the live target perch, the smaller of the two. I threw it up on what looked like a bed, twitched it a couple times, it took a swat, missed the first time, came back and then just aggressively engulfed it. Nice pretty colors. This is number 4, fish number 4 of the day, / trip. We didn't catch any of the first day. Beautiful little place here. There's his bed. I don't know if you can see that. You have to get polarized lens for this thing. That's definitely a bed, based on his behavior. But the water temperature is way low. Ooh, that's a lot of hooks to put my thumb there. There we go. Not as big as the last couple, but a good sized fish. Nice place to catch him too. Pretty scenic. The size not messed up. There we go. Little largemouth. Oh, it got off. Oh, no, it didn't. Now it's going to get off. Oh boy. It's quite the little fish. Quite the little fish. Tiny little rainbow. A lot of spunk and fighting, man. Been fishing out here for hours. Finally, trolling along this island, I get a bite. Doesn't feel super big. That's okay. Yeah, and it's a largemouth. After smallies. I want a smallmouth. It's been years. All I can pick up are largemouth. Not that I'm complaining, that's a good eating sized one. I might keep him. Having such a hard time catching and keeping bass. Well, catching bass small enough size to make it worth eating. Put this down a bit. He sure ate it. He wanted it. Largemouth. I didn't expect to pick one of them up. There he is. What you got here? So you got a leech. Pull him off of you. There, no more leech. Ah, you're okay. Not hooked super well for how he grabbed that bait. Oh, here's a surprise. I was casting my crankbait and look at what smoked it. A nice rainbow trout. He got the back treble and the front treble swung over and got him in the side, so he's still a good hooked fish. But wow, what a surprise. Get a real nice rainbow. If I can land it, I'm definitely going to eat it. Oh man, that's a good fish. What a surprise. It just literally jumped on my boat. Literally just jumped on my kayak. Wow. Fighting this fish for a long time. Drifted way in. I don't want to lose this rainbow. What a gorgeous fish. And not at all on the bait that I would have selected for a rainbow trout. Definitely thought it was a smallie come and smoked it. Oh, now he's down to just one treble. He might not get landed here, guys. I might lose this fish. Especially since he knows no quit. Yeah, I might lose this fish. He really did want that. He got the treble right in the roof of his mouth. Oh no, I'm not going to lose that one. He's hooked real good, actually. Same rod, totally different setup. Totally different setup. I'm using a drop shot and a little Berkeley powerbait minnow. Drifted right in shallow now. Oh, that was a good run. Should back off the drag again. Trout sure are aggressive today. Bass are nowhere to be seen. The trout are ready to go. Fought him for a good couple minutes, couple seconds for sure, before I even got the camera up and going, as per usual. It's so far between bites I just can't leave it running. Out of battery and out of memory before I ever caught a fish. And I've been fishing since since 7 o'clock anyway. This is only my third fish. It's what, 1 or 1:30 now. Just got me off on that log. Oh, there he goes. Oh, and he took my minnow too. We've got storm front coming. There's a nice shallow little drop, and the wave is pushing over top of this little sandbar. So I just cast over and twitched it along with the waves, and man, I got a monster. First smallie of the trip if I can land him, and he's the one I was after. I really hope I can land this fish. Oh, he's not that huge. Probably goes 3 pounds. Oh, he sure fights a lot better than a largemouth. Wow, finally. You can hardly hear a thing probably because of the wind. But wow, what a nice smallie. Of course he's in so I can't keep him, he's too big, for sure. But it's a nice fish. Mouthful of hooks. That's the nicest smallmouth I've caught in years. Haven't caught a smallmouth in years. Jumped a good couple of times too. It's too bad I didn't have the camera on and recording. It's also the first bite I've had all day, so that's why I didn't have the camera on. I went and explored the north end of the lake. That was a bad decision. The wind picked up and came that direction. Oh yeah, he wasn't getting off. So, the hardest part about kayak fishing, the end part here. Whoopsie, don't you get off of there. Wow, he really wanted that fish. Oh, he's hooked deep. That's too bad. There he is. Nice smallie. Quick wait. 2 pounds, 5 ounces. 2 pounds, 5 ounces small. Don't think I'm gonna bother with land. Hopefully the recording's working, because I've got myself another fish. Trolling through these ambush spots. Feel like a smallmouth. Should be a smallmouth. Yeah, smallie. Woo-woo! Smaller one, but there we go. Smallmouth. Both in the same spot. Wow. This one's even smaller. Oh well. It's real. It feels awful. Oh, it swung over and got on the gill plate. He almost got off. dozens of times he should have had me off. And that's definitely on there still. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's another smallie. Oh yeah. Almost as big as the first one. They're liking these wind-swept shores and bushes. That's good. It's nice. Boy, they fight good too, eh? Dozens of times this guy should have had me off. Should have shaken that hook. Oops, speaking of hook, it swung over and got him in the head. Need to catch one twice as big as him. You know, over 6 pounds would be nice. They do get to 6 pounds in here, or better. If I keep this up, just pick one up that's a real good one. Oh, this wind. It's impossible. Yeah, he's a nice smallie. Good eating size. That was loud. Let's see just how nice. Probably about 2-3 is what I'm seeing averaging out here. Yeah, 2-3. 2 pounds, 3 ounces. It's not a huge fish at all. Tiny little fish. They're smallie, of course. Oopsie. Oh, stinking wind. Oh, I think he got off. Yeah, he tossed me. No, that's okay. He was little. There's one. Feels pretty good. Oh, don't get off now. Oh, he's okay. Kind of an average size. Definitely smallie. Second smallest one. Little guy. No fishies. Well, there we go. Just as I'm saying it. Right there at the side of the boat. Oh yeah. He's too strong for that kind of garbage. Getting him that close to the boat. At least he's got it good. Not a big fish. Boy, they fight good. Oh, he's gonna get off. Okay. There he is. Oh no. Oh, I just hit the point. There it is. There's a fish. Yeah, just come off the top of that point. Fish on. I'd just sit there and cast at it if the wind wasn't so bad, but then they wouldn't be there if the wind wasn't so bad. He's just skimming across the surface again. He must be a little one. I don't know, he feels like he's got a little weight. Just not fighting very good. He's healthy anyway. Took it on the side there. Doesn't do much for their fight. Little smallie. Small smallie. Very small smallie. Goodness. Magnification of the water. Come on. Smallie. Very, very small smallie. Man, I'm getting smaller as the day goes. Can't believe how high they're coming up for this bait here. I mean, it only runs maybe a foot or two under the surface, usually in 10 to 8 feet of water. Sometimes as little as 6, I guess, but it doesn't have any rattles, nothing. They just come up for it. They can feel it and sense it. They really want it. Even these little guys that really can't even fit it in their mouth proper. There. Yeah, you'd be a keeper for sure because you're so little. Silly rules in this lake. I got myself a largemouth back in this little bay. Had to go to a single barbless hook because it's in part of the river, but that's alright. The largemouth are taking the spinnerbait. At least this one did anyway. Not helping in here. Helps out there. Not helping here. It's okay. Alrighty. Come to me, little largemouth. Yeah. Little spawning male. Wasn't a huge fan of that spinnerbait in his little home that he'd prepared. He's skinny. Alright, go. Be free. Water is nice and clear in here, that's for sure. That's a fish. Ooh, and it's in the log. Come on, get out of there. Get out of the tree. There we go. Not a huge one. Again, probably a male. Oh, no, 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 get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, you are just a bum. Okay. Up we go. Oh, man. Hooked real good. Man, that's one thing these spinnerbaits do. They really hook them good. Oopsie, let's not spook all the rest of the fish here. Escort you on your way out. That's a better one. pounds, 10 ounces. Degrees up in here. The rest of the lake's like 8, maybe 10. There's one. Ah, little guy, smallie. Sure looked like a smallie. Ooh, fights like a smallie. Oh yeah, it's a smallie. Oh yeah. Woo, that's a good one. Boy, they just fight so much better than the largemouth for their size. This guy's still not giving up. That largemouth was in the boat by then. Goodness. Yeah, you need to help me pull away from this tree. I don't want to fish it yet. Okay, time to land this. Maybe not. I figured it should be time to land you. Don't you even think it. This is my previously broken rod that's been catching these ones since I put the spinnerbait on. Real nice. That broken tip is not bugging it at all. Come on. Give up. This is heavy. Oh. But he bent my spinnerbait. The nasty little thing. Bent it right out. £2, 1 ounce. So 9 ounces lighter than that largemouth. But he bent my spinnerbait and took way longer to catch. Get in there, girl. Wow, do I ever have a hog on. Oh, that's too shallow to drop anchor. But wow, this is a big largemouth. Ooh, just skin hooked. On a worm this time. Yeah, this one's probably goes a 4. If I can get her in. Ooh boy. Okay, no, she's hooked good now. Nice. Gotta get out of this tree here though. Not hooked all that good anymore. Ooh, almost off. No, don't jump in the boat. Although I appreciate your willingness. Oh, that's one of the bigger fish I've caught. Actually the 3 I got at Thai were bigger. Oh, wait, I'm gonna find out. Nice fish. Oh yeah, it weighs it at 4. There we go. 4 pound, even. 4 pound largemouth on the dot. Very nice fish. Finally got the beast out of here. Yeah, you think you're ready? Let's point you. Oh, okay, you want to go that way. Where'd you go? And there you are. Nice. Huh. Looks like they have smallmouth as well as largemouth, based on these results. Nice looking smallie too. I caught a 4-pound largemouth out of here, and I guess they've got smallmouth. Because that is definitely not a largemouth. First fish on this rod. And it's a nice smallie. Not a huge smallie, but a nice one. It's a nice long tapeworm coming out of its anus. That's nice. That's a huge tapeworm. That's nasty. That is a nasty tapeworm. Oh, not just one. Several. Several tapeworms. Those are tapeworms, and that is nasty. I don't think it's his secretions. No, they're segmented. No, those are tapeworms. That's disgusting. Alright, in he goes. Ugh. Nasty. There we go. Smallie! Hard to get up. There we go. Smallmouth bass. Little bitty guy. Alright, I'm gonna let him go. This little smallmouth got me hooked up on everything it possibly could. I have my anchor deployed somewhere out there. I'm hooked up on that dock there with my other rod, and I don't want to snap it. And it stuck the hook that was in its mouth into my anchor rope. This fish has caused me so much trouble, I might just keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this fish. It obviously wanted to stick around. It wanted to stay with me. So this is lunch. I'm gonna cook them up in a couple minutes. That's a nice lunch. First ever rainbow out of lake. Not a bad one. Here he goes. There he went. Little rainbow taking my perch crankbaits. That's a little wee one. He's still got like par marks almost. Oh no, that's just from the fight. Alright, time to unhook this guy. I hope the video turned on, because I've got a fish on. Or I did have. Oh, I don't think he's on. Oh, he is still on. Oh, it's a rainbow again. Little one. Huh. Oop, he's fouled up himself now. Wow, I just got a nice smallmouth. Real chunky one. Right off that point here. Right near like the deepest section of the lake. I figured since everything else is like 100 feet of water plus, this little shallow and big point out into the main lake would probably have the only bass in the area. Oh, that's a big mama, and she's ready to spawn. Yeah, she wanted that little perch crankbait. Trick ya. Oh wow, she's chunky. There's no way I'm gonna lip that fish, is there? Wow, she's fat. There she is. 2-pound smallie. Only a 2-pounder, but look at the belly on that fish. Look at that. Oopsie, better get her back in the water. 2-pound smallie, in she goes. Ow, stop biting me. Wow, what a chunky smallmouth. Woo, this smallie, I felt it go tick. Felt it just tap it once, cast it right back, and he just smoked it. I'm just casting off of this feeding flat here. 4 or 5 feet of water casting off into 12 or 14. And this smallie is just pre-spawn smallmouth. Alright, I'm going to try and hold that without breaking my rod or getting it pulled in while I put GoPro on proper instead of just holding it. It's a chunky smallie. I'm picking up good smallmouth when I do finally catch some fish. Slow going, the trout are more willing. Don't you even think it. Oh boy. Okay. There's that. Come on. £1 pound, 14 ounces. And a quick release. So smaller than the last one, but I could have told you that because it didn't have nearly the belly. It says 1 pound, 14 ounces. In that brief measure, can't be certain, didn't get a second measurement on it, but that's okay. Look at this decrepit dock. These people must really love bass fishing because it's not much for a dock, but wow, is it a bass magnet. It is run down. Here's a little smallie to prove it. Out from right under the east side of that dock. Not the biggest smallie of the day. Woo! But the first one in a long while. It's been slow this afternoon. It's a real nice drop off here. Time to land this little smallie. If he doesn't shake me off first. Undoubtedly a male. Wonder if there are any other up there starting to go into pre-spawn. Come on. One more. No. Bigger. Bigger. In your mouth. Come on now. Ah, that's cold. Sure have a lot of spunk, they do. There we go. Ooh. You been beat up by something, or was that me? Anyway, here's Scrapper. I'll give you that. Little smallie. He tastes good. Little wee belly. Let's get him back in here. Ooh, he's cold to the touch. Let's make sure this is pointed. Yeah.